Hey guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. It is time for Tackle My TBR. Okay guys, welcome back. Welcome to new subscribers. Appreciate all of you. So, last week, again, I read 2 books and finished 2 books. That seems to be the norm for me lately. So, the first book that I read last week and finished was The Push by Ashley Audrain. This is more psychological drama, not really a thriller. I read this as a buddy read with my niece and my sister, and it actually ended up being pretty good. It does have pretty good ratings also. But in this book, you've got Blythe, who she gets pregnant. Her husband's Fox, and something just felt off. There's supposed to be some kind of curse to the women on her side of the family, and I don't know if the psychological part is her the way she's perceiving that, if she really thinks that she's cursed, but her pregnancy feels off, the birth feels off, the baby feels off. She's just not comfortable with her child. They named her Violet. She gets little tidbits and things from the way her child reacts to her. And then her husband's just not, he's just not believing her. He thinks that she's imagining things, but she's witnessing things, but she doesn't speak up about it. And that's pretty much the story. But it definitely is more drama than a thriller, and it was still pretty good. There were some unrealistic parts in the story, but you know, she would bounce back from that. So the whole book was not unrealistic to me. Just there was a couple parts that were kind of unrealistic. But yeah, it was very fluid. I really enjoyed the fluidity of the story. You guys know I'm really big on that. I did like Blythe's character. I thought Fox was just not, I don't know. I don't feel like he was with her 100%. And I really hated that. I feel like they kind of clashed. The two of them kind of clashed. I don't know. I don't feel like they would be two people I would see together. And that probably plays a role in everything. But anyway, I ended up rating it 4 stars because the ending really just came around and just, you know, made you be like, what? And I really enjoyed that part of it. So yeah. The Push by Ashley Audrain, 4 stars. Pick it up if you've, you know, not read this book yet. I had somebody tell me this is a lot like Baby Teeth, which I have not read Baby Teeth, but I feel like Baby Teeth, just with that title, is going to be a little bit more thriller. This was definitely more drama rather than thriller, so pretty good story. So the second book that I picked up and finished last week was called The Risk by Elle Kennedy. You guys know that I've been on this Elle Kennedy kick for a couple weeks now. I've really been enjoying her books. So The Risk is book number 2 in the Briar University series. In this one, we're following Brenna and Jake, who were part of The Chase, the first book, with Summer. So you do read about Brenna more than you read about Jake in that one. Brenna was more a prominent character. Brenna just happens to be the coach's daughter, the coach of the Briar University hockey team. And you can imagine she gets herself into, you know, a little bit of mischief, and then she meets Jake. She meets Jake in The Chase, but you know, nothing really happens. She's just like, ew, you know, because he's from Harvard. But in this one, she actually meets up with Jake, and they have more of a connection than they did in the first one. But, you know, it's one of those connections where they're like, ew, no, because you're from Harvard, and you are rivals to Briar University. And so that's pretty much the story. You guys can imagine what happens with that. Sparks fly, all that good stuff. So, like I've said before, I really like Elle Kennedy's female protagonists because they're so much stronger than in a lot of these types of romances. These women that you read about in Elle Kennedy's books, they can really stand on their own 2 feet. And that's one of the things I really, really enjoy. I just don't like that trope of these girls, you know, they've been brought up princesses and, you know, they're weak-minded and they will just stumble all over themselves so they can just be with this god, you know, and no matter how they treat her, she's still gonna just do everything she can to be with them. I don't like that trope. That gets on my nerves. It gives women such a bad name. So in Elle Kennedy's books, her female protagonist is like a breath of fresh air. Like, they're very strong. They have strong wills. They use their own minds, you know, and they're not being tugged on by a leash, you know. So I really, really, really love the female protagonist. We still got the Greek gods, you know, in her books, where they're just, you know, these beautiful guys. But, you know, they are part of the hockey team, so they're going to be, you know, muscular and beautiful and gorgeous and all that stuff. Once we get past that trope, you know, we'll be all good. But I really enjoyed The Risk. 4 stars for that one as well. The fluidity, again, very good. I love the characters. The storylines are fantastic. She has pretty good storylines in both the Briar University series and the off-campus one. I thought both of those had really good storylines. So yes, if you have not read Elle Kennedy and you do like romance, check her out, because her writing is just, it's really good. It's really good when you're talking about romance. But I'm talking about, you know, the new adult romances, not like your Victorian romances and all that. But in the up-and-coming romance writers, she's right up there for me. So after that, I ended up picking up, I didn't bring my book with me. I ended up picking up War Storms by Victoria Aveyard, and I am almost 200 pages into that, so I've got a good start for this week on that book, and it's good. The whole series was good. This is probably not a favorite one. I feel like there's a lot, because, you know, you're going into a new phase of the series, and I feel like there's more setup. A lot more setup, and the book is a lot bigger. It's a monster, like 662 pages. But, you know, it is moving along okay. I find that I like it better when we are reading about Mare and her side of things, because now it's divided. All of you that have read it, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I will probably be finishing that one up probably come Tuesday, maybe. I got a lot of things planned for today. And of course, Ro will start our week off. We'll have Rowan again. But if he lets me read, maybe by Tuesday or Wednesday, I will be able to finish that book. We'll see. But that is what I read last week. I think I did fairly decently. What did you guys read? Let me know in the comments below. Or let me know if you've read Elle Kennedy or you've read The Push by Ashley Audrain. We can talk about that. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.